Welcome to the Bare Metal Cyber Security Plus podcast. This series helps you prepare for the CompTIA Security Plus exam with focused explanations and practical context. For a companion study guide, check out the Achieve CompTIA Security Plus 701 Exam Success by Dr. Jason Edwards. It is the most concise and complete Security Plus guide on the market, built for busy professionals who want to pass the exam fast and on their first try. You can find this book and others at cyberauthor.me. In the world of cybersecurity, having data isn't the problem. We've got logs, alerts, vulnerability scans, authentication records, network metadata, and thousands of other data points generated every second. The real challenge is making sense of it all quickly. Security teams need a way to translate data into insight, identify anomalies at a glance, and act before a small problem becomes a major breach. But that's where dashboards and real-time visualization tools come in. In this episode, we'll explore how dashboards help teams assess their security posture, how real-time visualizations uncover emerging threats, and how both have become indispensable for modern cyber defense. Let's start with dashboards. A dashboard in cybersecurity is a centralized display that summarizes key indicators, system health metrics, threat alerts, and user activity. Rather than digging through logs or opening 10 different tools, analysts can use a dashboard to get an immediate picture of what's happening in the environment. Dashboards are customizable, data-driven, and often powered by back-end analytics engines that filter, correlate, and present only the most relevant information. Imagine you walk into a security operations center first thing in the morning. You glance up at a large wall display showing active threats, endpoint compliance status, top failed login attempts, and recent firewall rule violations. Immediately, you know where to focus. Maybe a spike in outbound traffic is highlighted in red. Maybe the number of critical vulnerabilities is unusually high on one subnet. That instant visibility is what makes dashboards so powerful. They reduce the time to awareness. Dashboards aren't just for showing alerts. They help teams prioritize. For example, a vulnerability management dashboard might show that 50 devices have high-severity findings, but it also shows which ones are internet-facing, which are running legacy systems, and which belong to executive users. This context helps analysts decide where to start and how to allocate limited remediation resources. Let's take a real-world example. A retail company uses a dashboard that aggregates data from their endpoint protection platform, vulnerability scanner, and authentication logs. One day, the dashboard shows a sudden increase in failed logins on one user group, paired with alerts from the intrusion prevention system and a spike in DNS queries to suspicious domains. The dashboard correlation highlights these patterns as part of a potential brute force campaign. Within minutes, the team disables affected accounts, blocks the suspicious IP addresses, and begins containment. What could have taken hours of log review is identified and addressed in real time because the dashboard presented the full story at a glance. Dashboards can also support executives and non-technical decision makers. Many platforms allow organizations to create multiple dashboard views, one for technical staff, one for auditors, and one for leadership. While analysts need to see event timelines and host details, a chief information security officer may want a 10,000-foot view showing compliance scores, incident response metrics, and key risk indicators. This flexibility supports alignment between the technical and business sides of security. Now let's shift to real-time visualization. While dashboards often present metrics and summaries, visualization tools show how events relate to each other. These tools use graphs, timelines, maps, and interactive charts to reveal patterns that would be hard to see in raw data. Instead of looking at a list of failed logins, a visualization tool might show a heat map of where those logins are coming from. Instead of reviewing dozens of alerts separately, the tool might link them together into a visual timeline that shows the attacker's path through your environment. Real-time visualizations are especially powerful during threat hunting and incident response. When you're trying to piece together what happened, seeing connections between systems, users, and actions helps analysts ask better questions and reach conclusions faster. Let's take a real-world scenario. A university security team uses a visual correlation platform to monitor authentication across campus systems. One afternoon, the tool highlights that a student's account logged in from 3 different geographic locations in under 30 minutes. First from the US, then from Europe, then from Southeast Asia. The system draws lines between these logins, shows the systems accessed at each location, and flags the session behavior as suspicious. Within seconds, the team realizes the account has been compromised and takes action to lock it down. This threat would have been hard to detect in a log file, but the visualization made it obvious. Another common use case for real-time visualization is network traffic analysis. Analysts can see which devices are communicating, what protocols are being used, and whether the traffic is normal for that time of day or device role. Visualization helps teams identify lateral movement, unexpected external connections, and beaconing behavior that might indicate malware activity. In incident response, visual timelines help responders reconstruct the sequence of events. Imagine being able to scroll through a graphical interface that shows exactly when an attacker accessed a system, escalated privileges, created a new user, and began extracting data. Each event is clickable, color-coded, and linked to forensic evidence. This not only supports faster analysis, but also improves the quality of reporting and post-incident reviews. Visualization is also a force multiplier for junior analysts. When you can see that a threat started on one machine, moved laterally, and accessed multiple systems without having to write complex queries, you empower more team members to participate in detection and response. That democratization of analysis makes the entire security team more effective. Many security information and event management platforms now include built-in visual tools. Others integrate with third-party solutions that specialize in graphical analysis. Either way, the key is not just having the visuals, it's knowing what questions to ask and how to use the tool to answer them. What system did this alert come from? What else happened on that system? Did that user access any unusual resources? Where did that command originate? Visualization tools help answer these questions without requiring advanced scripting or search syntax. Just like dashboards, visualization tools must be tuned to be effective. Too much data creates clutter, poor correlation leads to confusion. But with well-correlated data feeds and clear alert rules, these tools become essential allies in your defense strategy. To summarize, dashboards and real-time visualizations turn overwhelming amounts of data into clear, actionable insight. Dashboards provide a fast overview of security posture, highlight anomalies, and help teams prioritize. Real-time visualizations reveal connections, timelines, and behavior patterns that help analysts detect, understand, and respond to threats faster. Together, they support better decision-making, more efficient investigations, and stronger collaboration across your security organization. For the Security Plus exam, expect questions about how dashboards and visualization tools contribute to security monitoring and incident response. You may be asked to identify benefits, match tools to tasks, or determine how visualization assists with threat correlation. Review terms like key performance indicators, correlation engine, threat timeline, event mapping, and risk heat map. They all relate directly to what we covered today and are highly testable. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Bare Metal Cybersecurity Plus podcast. For more episodes, tools, and study support, visit us at baremetalcyber.com. And before you take the test, make sure to check out the practice questions in the book Achieve CompTIA Security Plus SY0-701 Exam Success by Dr. Jason Edwards. They cover every domain and are a powerful way to lock in your knowledge.